Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD, a show in which a bunch of Australians play Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand, but I also just pull out of my hat. I am David, I am the Dungeon Master. I am joined by Kynwyn, Doug, April and Zindy, and this is our game. So, things happened last week. Our heroes are attending a masquerade ball at the what is still technically known as Government House in Heron's Perch, but is perhaps more appropriately just thought of as a palace these days because the princess has moved in over the past week. Now, during this masquerade ball, conversations were had between masked figures trying to work out who was who, and one of these figures swapped a few words with Vetericus and seemed to very quickly work out who he was, and realized that this was an opportunity to perhaps get some information out of him. And so Engadon, the All-Slaver, goddess of undeath and lovely things like that.
Generally having a bad time.
Basically said to Vetericus, tell me where my ex-girlfriend is, Dasha and Drag, or I will kill this random person over there that I don't know who they are because they're dressed up in costume. That random person happened to be Morzod, the cleric played by Zindy. Vetericus tried to not flat out refuse to answer, but tried to deflect and confuse, and she had none of it and cast power word kill on Morzod, who promptly died.
Let me just say, from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
Look, Morzod had no idea. It was fine.
This was, of course, devastating for many involved.
Not taken too well by the audience.
But it also caught the attention of the Heron Guard, who immediately came to see what was going on, at which point Engadon, realizing that she might have just been spotted killing somebody at a masquerade ball, decided to make an exit and vanished from existence. Well, vanished from this place. No, that was... She's gone. No more villain.
Wow, we solved it.
I'm gonna delete myself real quick.
And then another attendee at the ball, another god for that matter, Bruin Luck, who was dressed up as a pantomime bear, rushed in and seeing his favourite paladin, his champion, his chosen, suddenly dead in the middle of this ballroom.
Just like that, without even a fight.
He decided to do god things, and basically did the opposite of what Engadon did and brought him back to life. And then realizing that, he'd also just painted a big target on himself, immediately followed Engadon's suit and disappeared. Leaving a lot of very confused people in this ballroom. 3 of our heroes were politely asked to join the Heron Guard for some friendly questioning about what the fuck just happened. And they decided to tell the truth and the whole truth, pretty much. The guard captain was satisfied with their answers, though not at all comfortable with the situation, but has chosen not to end the ball yet, it seems, and has chosen to let our heroes continue to freely move about. They stepped out of the parlour where they had been taken, and they caught up with Orsi and Cass, who were taking a break from the crowd and the noise. And a conversation ensued about what to do next, in which Vetericus raised the idea of perhaps it is necessary to kill a god, to which Orsi asked, how do you kill a god of death? And that is where we pick up this week's session. Because that is a very good question, and you've all had a week to
That's
think
a good
about
question. Yeah,
Head empty.
I forgot I said it.
it.
I made a Final Fantasy reference, so I'm covered.
Yes, Vitaricus has. Well, I have been percolating, so Vitaricus has been percolating on it.
For
Yes,
Good.
seconds that felt
You're
like
the
a
only
week.
one with the brain capacity. For
that's
this.
right. For mind racing for seconds that felt like a week of deliberations. So I think
We
as
headed
we're
to
sort of
kitchen.
we're headed to the
Yes.
kitchen to find some drinks,
Headed to
right?
kitchen.
Yes,
Mhm.
because there isn't ale being
The
served,
situation needs beer.
but we absolutely need at least one drink.
Yes, cool.
Because Morzod didn't experience the being dead part, but he's told that he was dead, and that's important, so he definitely needs to have a drink.
Let's drink about it. Yes.
Yeah. He's
Cool.
been like steadily getting a little bit more worried as it goes on, and it sort of dawns on him that he really, really was actually dead.
Yeah, did you see anything?
Proper
Mozart? Did you peer beyond the veil?
Look, I didn't see any lights or anything like they say that you're supposed to. Swear, you guys had to tell me that I was dead because I didn't know.
Now, I'm assuming at this point you've grabbed some drinks and you've just found yourself a quiet, another little parlor to sit
A
in and
nook
have your
somewhere.
conversation. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're, you're not in a room with other people, so you're as private as you can get in a palace filled with guards.
For once, we have checked.
And the
And we
servants had
don't
no
want to be around other people.
The servants had no objection to you, taking a few snacks and a few drinks because you're in costume, you have invitations, you're obviously important people who would be unwise for them to refuse.
Oh yeah, snacks have definitely been grabbed.
And we also asked nicely.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
That's
helps.
and I would imagine I
fisting.
slipped them some coinage just as a thank you. But
Got a white in one hand and a red in the other. You mix it in your mouth and you make it blush.
Yeah, boy.
Gags is balancing charcuterie boards.
He knows what he's doing. It's pro. So now what? Endagon? Is that ever going to end?
perhaps I've had some thoughts.
Once again, please feel free to elucidate whenever you feel like it.
I need to confirm some things. I think I need to talk to your dad.
Why do you need to talk to my dad for?
Well, no, you don't have to talk to your dad. I have to talk to your dad.
Yeah, why?
Well, because he's running the teleport circle, right?
I don't know if he's running it, but yeah, I guess. What are you going to do?
Well,
Teleport her? To the other side of
perhaps
the world?
That's
What?
part of the
I think she
conversation
can
I
do
need
that
to
on
have.
her own.
Yeah, isn't she just going to zap out?
Nasty
Maybe.
things happen to you if you mess up with teleport, though, don't they?
And you do remember that when you asked in the academy, when you asked to see who was in charge of the teleportation circle, you were taken to the headmaster.
That's true.
Serenity.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe not your father then. Maybe Serenity's the one to talk to.
I mean, she is here.
Somewhere, yeah.
She probably don't want to talk about that now, though.
Yeah,
No,
that's an
probably
awkward
not.
conversation to just start at a party.
I mean, there's a very good chance she witnessed what happened to poor Morzord, so...
This is going to be longer than tonight to solve, but ideas are forming and I need to talk to someone who knows how teleportation magic works. I need to talk to probably Bob at some point.
Okay.
I wonder how we
Ow.
get back there.
Yes, that would be the question,
Because
right?
that
How
was
do
sort
we-
of a bit of an accident. And
I can send messages across planes of existence, but he doesn't exactly exist in a plane of existence, doesn't he? He exists between planes.
And you'd have to think of him real good, wouldn't you? And I don't know. Can you think of him real clearly?
I could try.
I don't know.
Big weird fisherman guy. It's not
Well, I
that
assume
hard.
if I just walk into a portal to the Feywild screaming, Bob, we need to talk, we might get somewhere.
It was before the Feywild, so.
Is this an intelligence check? What is this? Do we have any idea?
Yeah, maybe you just need to dive into a singing river.
Yeah, the Singing River was what did it.
Okay. Orsi, give me an intelligence check. This is very loosely related to interplanar travel.
18. It's not
18.
bad.
With an 18, you think getting in touch with the Fisher of Dreams would be... Choosing to do so would be borderline impossible, in that the only
Yeah.
reason you met them in the first place was because they felt you were important, or more specifically, the River of Dreams seemed to pick you out of the space-time continuum for a moment and plop you down with Bob, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. This is all very like kind of. I do lightning magic. I don't know what to tell you.
And as you said, that space that you inhabited was outside of existence, outside of all planes, all time, all space.
That's some really high level magic if you want to do something like that, and I certainly can't do it. I don't even know how to sort out a floating rock. How am I supposed to send a message to a guy between the planes?
It's entirely fine. If we can't get him, there's somebody else I can talk to, but I will keep that one under my hat for now.
You could dream really loud.
You've got one heck of an address book, I'll tell you what.
And
It's
Morzod,
true.
can I get an intelligence check from Morzod, please?
Intelligence, all right.
At 20.
This is to remember something that you've heard
Okay, let's
that
see.
might be relevant.
Wait, intelligence check?
Yes, please. Just your
Right.
ability check.
Yeah, okay. Rolling deep. No, that is a 9.
Nope, it was a 10 minus 1, which is a 9. Now, at the back of your mind, you're sure you heard something that might be relevant, but you can't quite pick it. It's probably in one of your conversations with Bruinlach.
Probably.
All right. Well, all of that aside, even if we can't get to Bob, even if I have to go with Plan B, who, as I say, we will keep in the back pocket just for now. Dagmar, how attached are you to Aunt Helga?
That's a really broad and difficult question. What do you want to do with her?
I really
I
like
might-
it when Viddy's doing something like this, because you just got no idea how all the stuff is supposed to be related to each
If
other.
it's anything to do with the devil and that crown, you better be careful.
I might need to kill her, and I might need the crown.
I mean,
It's like, I think Helga would probably like to be freed from an eternity of undeath.
I feel like she'd
yeah,
probably be
look,
okay
I'm
with
not
that.
opposed to you killing Aunt Helga. She's
Setting her free.
had a go of it. And she is a terrible person. And
Right.
if
She's
it's
a
to
hemp.
stop Endergon from being alive, I think that's probably a good cause. So I guess my answer is not very in that specific context.
Wonderful. I am probably still going to use her for a little bit before I kill her.
Yeah, that's fine.
You really
The
got to
bag is-
start. You got to
It's a
start freezing
communal
things.
bag
better.
of holding. You
Well,
can
so
grab
look.
whatever you want out of there.
Here's
Cass
the
is
theory,
just
right?
drinking.
Aunt
Like,
Helga
she's
sits
not
in this
mine.
sort of almost liminal space between life and death, right? Can't die, can't really live.
At this
Yeah.
point,
Undeath, yes.
Cass is going to say, can I just assume that this Aunt Helga is not actually your aunt?
No, we're
Oh
not.
my god,
No
no. You know
relationship.
my aunt.
Screaming severed head we found.
We
We
don't
were in
have
the-
an
remember-
aunt in common.
You know, we went to the Feywilds and we fought a hag, and then we stole a bunch of her shit, and something we stole was the head that screams. I'd show you, but we don't have the
Sounds
bag
like
here.
my Aunt Helga, hence the name.
Indeed.
We couldn't remember her real name. I think, Orsi, did you find out her name?
I definitely did.
Yeah. It's nothing we wanted to say. Aunt
No.
Helga is fine. It works.
I don't know, it's with devils and fae, it's like names. I just don't feel comfortable, you know, it's weird.
Yeah.
All right, well, fine. But yes, well, so here's the theory, right? Because she exists in this liminal space between life and death, some sort of undeath, if you will,
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going
Go
to
on.
use her and her incredibly loud voice to draw the souls of the dearly departed away from Engadon and towards someone else.
Someone else.
Like
to
who?
what?
You?
To what end? No, hang on. But to what end?
Well, we're going to start weakening Engadon's power base. Yes, we're going to steal belief and followers from her. And we're
yeah,
going
'cause
to
that's what
weaken her
keeps
as
them-
much as possible.
Yeah, that's what keeps the gods going, is a belief.
You want to start a campaign of subterfuge against a god?
No, I'm not going to be subtle about it at all. I'm going to steal followers from Engadon.
Morzod. This,
Cool.
for this, I do not need a roll from you, because you are fairly knowledgeable in life, death, life, that sort of thing. Aunt Helga, whose name I actually never gave you. That's why she got a
thank God.
nickname. She is not undead. She is actually still alive, which
She's
is
alive, yeah.
very much her problem.
Mm-hmm. No.
What? Do you have
Probably.
something to say,
Thinking
Morzod?
about-
Do
thinking-
interject.
Thinking about gods and thinking about alive and dead and such. I don't know. Because, like, our Elga's, I mean, it wasn't a deal that she stayed alive forever, so she's not actually dead.
Mm.
Right, make a good
Yeah.
point, Mordor.
Yeah, she's like immortal and shrivelly.
Yeah, she's just really old.
And, yeah,
And she
she's
hasn't
real
got a
unhappy.
body.
She's real unhappy because it wasn't a deal that her body would be okay.
That's fine. Ignore that
Gotta
bit
be
then.
careful.
I will just need the crown then,
Oh, okay.
But, I mean,
at some stage.
yeah, she'd probably be happy to be rid of it.
I
We've
will
already been
miss
dealing
her.
with one devil. You wanna get involved with another?
I don't think we
Well,
want to talk
well-
to... I don't think we want to talk to Miss Eyeballs. That's a bad
Might
idea.
not be me dealing with the devil, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I think I would like to not bring in the giant hot devil lady I've been chatting to. She's a whole lot.
No devils.
Oh no, that's fine. We don't need her.
No devils. Absolutely not.
Although she did say I should just like call if I needed like anything.
We'll see how we go, but I don't
Which
think
I'm
we'll
just
need her.
keeping in my back pocket if we are going to
I
go
really
and try
don't-
and kill a whole ass
No.
god.
That's a
I don't
bad
think we
idea.
should. No, that's an absolutely horrific idea.
She did want me to straight up murder a guy, but if she wants me to straight
When
up
was
murder a god,
this?
that's fine.
When
Tell you about
was
this
this?
one. Oh my god!
No, you didn't, Dagmar.
Yeah, it's been a real busy couple of days. Anyway, she took me into the jail and she was like, "Hey, you want to kill the fixer? You want to stab him up in his sleep?" And I was like, "Not really. That feels a bit weird." And then she got mad and sent me back. But then she said, like, "Call me." So
Okay, that's pretty fucked up.
yeah,
Just a bit.
I said no though.
I mean, that is good. I'll
Well
prove
done.
that.
I
Good
also,
life choices.
I think I
Confirm
now
that.
want Dagmar
I'm
doing
proud.
I want Dagmar to do the recap narration for every episode on Netflix that says, previously on AntipoDnD.
She can't remember enough of what happens that doesn't directly involve her.
No.
It was only directly involving her.
Yeah, but like, involving.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything that happened to Viddy last week.
Well, now what do we do?
Well,
Go back to
at
the
some point,
party like one of our friends didn't just die in front of us?
I mean,
Again?
he's fine. He's
I'm
doing
not
okay.
planning on doing it a second time.
I would rather you didn't.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of people in that thing. I mean, the odds are that whoever wants to kill someone is just going to go for someone else next.
I mean,
know?
we certainly made a splash, didn't we?
So,
We could change our costumes. Me and Viddy could.
you
could look-
could.
We could swap costumes, and I could be a little lyrebird, and you could be a big dragon.
I spent
could do that.
hours designing your costumes.
hang
Nah, I
on, real
don't-
quick. Let's see what that looks like.
Yes. Whoop.
Looks good on you.
All the size. No, all of the proportions are wrong. You did it
I'm
bad.
a little too thin
I
to be a
love this
dragon, to be
hat.
fair. It's a nice hat, huh?
You got no
Alright, swap
beard
back.
for underneath the thing on the beard.
I'll swamp back.
Me too.
I bet they both.
What are we
look pretty
doing?
hot, though.
Yes, we should go
We-
back upstairs.
so-
I mean,
I'll
We've
get
been here for 20 minutes in the entire ball. For 20 minutes, and we've had a death and we've drank.
That's a good
Successful
party.
party.
That's much more dwarven than I was expecting.
I've definitely been to parties like that.
Cass, who just rolled well,
What's
says,
your bud?
excuse me a moment. And he goes over to the wall and puts his ear against it. And I'll
Ooh.
do a perception roll for him.
Oh, man.
Nope.
We've been sitting next to one of those hearing thingies the whole time.
It
So
says,
it's quite the eavesdropper.
A vent that just goes straight into the ballroom.
Yeah.
see, he gives his face goes stern and frowny, and then he he
What
looks
does his face
unhappy and
normally
moves
do?
away from the wall. He says, well, I guess I'll never know what that was about.
Oh, did you miss some gossip?
Yes, it seems so.
You need to stand in
Tragedy.
the red lit up circle for like 10 seconds and then you will hear some sick gossip. That's how they do it in Dragon Age.
Very Dragon Age, yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, you put all this effort into the costumes. Morzod, genuinely, you're okay?
I mean, I think so. Do I look okay? I feel like I'm okay.
You look
it's
really
hard to
good.
tell. You are covered head to toe.
Well,
You look
yeah,
like a
he's
big
probably-
lizard.
he's probably had his mask kind of pushed up for while we've been talking, though, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, he's looking great. He's
It came
looking
up
real
because
green and yeah.
the captain insisted on checking your face and making sure you were okay, and was
Yeah, and
rolled a
he rolled so
one.
badly, and he was like, "Does he always look like this?"
Oh my god, he's green!
Yeah.
That's it. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's so unwell.
What do you mean? I got a wonderful elfie shine in my face.
Well, I don't want to miss the dancing. So
Don't you see
Alright,
how
well, that's
clammy
good
my
then.
skin is?
Real leathery, as it should be.
The cat
All right,
says,
well, Morzod, do you want to keep going, or are you done for the evening?
I mean, no, I feel all right. I feel, I'm okay. Seems like everybody else is more shaken up than I am, but that's fair. I think we're all game to go back. We're all game to go back.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the murdery god is gone.
There's absolutely more party to have, which is absolutely part of my religion.
Yeah.
Fair point. We should not deprive you of your, observances,
yes,
It's important.
especially at this trying
True.
time.
that's an important question. What would Bruin Locke want?
Another
What
drink
would
is what.
Brian Locke want? Another drink. Well, I guess we make our way back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
You head back into
Rejoin the ball.
the ballroom. And that reminds me.
Make a perception check for snowy owls, please.
Yes. Go ahead and make that roll, please.
I really can't get over that Rita Repulsa avatar that's in there. She's fantastic.
13. Changing my die back to those dice.
13. Happily, he is relatively tall, and so you can see him against the far wall. He seems to be
Brooding.
very much brooding, keeping to himself.
David Bowie
Yeah.
is in the corner.
Typical.
So
All right,
you can,
well, let's just don't go anywhere near that wall and we should be fine.
you can position yourselves inside the ballroom if you want to. And I didn't actually make a token for Cass, but I found 2 Minute Tabletop had just a penguin.
I was going to say, get a penguin.
Yeah, so there you are.
It's a baby penguin. It's so
Perfect.
cute.
Perfect.
And it's a little emperor penguin chick. It's adorable.
Aww.
Yes, and I'll drop Dagmar in there as well because Kynwyn doesn't
you.
have Foundry access.
Oh,
tonight.
yes. Did you want a screenshot, Kynwen? Or
Nah, I remember it from last time.
okay, I guess it is just a big
I saw
rectangle.
it last week.
I've certainly done the spot the difference to see which face is missing.
Yes, a few faces have, a few attendees have gone. 2, you know
I mean,
exactly
valid.
why. A third was quickly escorted out by the Heron Guard, presumably wishing to keep their princess safe. There is also this one here that I just forgot to drop in yesterday.
Yeah, that's actually part of how I noticed him, because I was scanning the guests. Like, one of them is gone now, and I know which one it is.
And so this
I've
one
also got a handsome lizard.
is a dressed up essentially as a dragon turtle. So you've heard of dragon turtles. This is what if dragon turtle, but turtle. So it's a bit hard to tell whether it's a turtle in a dragon costume or a dragon in a turtle costume.
Either
A
way,
dragon
yes.
born in a turtle costume.
No dragon in a turtle costume. That's fine.
I mean, most dragons can
Can polymorph,
shape
right?
change into humanoids
Magic,
anyway.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Any one of these people could be an ancient dragon and we'd never know.
Thinking of the Dresden Files. Listen, the one in Full Moon just...
No, it's us. We'd know. We'd piss them off, and then we'd have to fight an ancient dragon in a ballroom.
You say we, you mean you.
I mean,
It could be a metallic dragon. I mean, Vitericus could absolutely piss off a metallic dragon.
I was going to say,
so.
don't sell
I
me
have
short.
faith. Vitericus
Color is
could piss
irrelevant.
off
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
100%.
Anyway.
Assume you're having this conversation not in the middle of the ballroom.
Yeah,
Oh,
talking about
100%.
dragons. Definitely.
The music is playing again. There is definitely gossip around now. Who was that? What happened? Was that a god? Was that an enemy?
assassin.
Was it an assassination attempt?
Harlequins.
Did they attack the princess? Was that the princess who died and came back? Oh, there they are now. No, they're not being.
Man,
They're not
if
being
that-
escorted by the Heron Guard. That's probably not the princess.
yo, muscle princess, though.
Be a good disguise.
Yeah, it would. It sure would.
A few minutes later, after you've been having this conversation with yourselves, the door opens and one of the attendees who disappeared earlier returns. It is the Honey Eater themed costume.
Damn it.
With the spine bills flittering, the magical spine bills flittering around the flowers in the headdress.
Fancy and lovely.
She is being escorted by Heron Guards. And
Shit.
as soon as she steps in, she looks around and just, this moment of frustration, just pulls the mask off. You can see the face of Princess Imrana, the second.
Our beloved princess.
And she has very much a look of, my fun has been spoiled by these stupid guards who are making me be escorted. And there's the gossip, the din continues until for a moment, there's a moment when somebody sort of realizes who is standing there and gasps. And everyone else turns and looks and gasps. There's music stops, everything goes quiet. There's a pause, and then the musicians quickly start playing the Talrasian. No, they play the anthem of Talras. Essentially, their equivalent of God Save the King. To which she
It's awkward.
turns and gives them a right good glaring.
Come on, man. They're just doing their job.
And they come to a stop with the string quartet version of a record scratch.
Yeah, clarinet honk, I believe, is how
These
that
poor
one goes.
musicians. They're having a rough night, man.
They are having such a rough night.
Yeah.
And there is now just silence in this room as everybody is staring at the princess, who is now very much the center of attention and seems not happy about a thing. Do any of you do anything?
Yes, I will approach.
Of course you will.
Oh, shit. All right.
Meanwhile, Dagmar will tug on Orsi's Emperor Penguin outfit and like, is
What?
that the princess?
Yes, it's the princess.
Ah.
So, Vitericus, you walk up to this young, fair-skinned woman, quite pale-skinned, really, looking... It's hard to say. This is the first time you've seen her up close, so give me a perception check, please.
Certainly.
Is anyone
belt-related
bowing or
advantage
anything?
there.
Yes, at this
Oh my
point,
God.
people are starting to... basically, when the music started, the attendees started to kneel in respect. But,
25 on the perception check.
yeah, but with her protestations about the music, half of the attendees have now stood up awkwardly, wondering, does she not want us to bow? Is this too formal now?
Morzod strolls over with Viddy.
Excellent.
Okay.
So yes, 25 on the perception check to see how she's doing.
Okay. I'm actually going to send you a message.
Ooh,
Oh, secrets.
secrets. I love a good
abound.
secret.
Ah,
What
at the
gossip? Let's go.
Muskell Raid Ball.
I
Ah,
know, right? Secrets at a place where everyone's wearing a mask.
I love it.
But yes, she is
Get into my vein.
she still looks quite youthful, but looks a bit tired. Yeah.
That's fair.
Cool. Well, I will approach and walk up. No bows, no airs and graces. Smiling, but that will be difficult to see under the mask. And I will say, "Hello again, my friend."
Morzod bows, but like sort of in the I'm aware that I need to do a formal thing, but not with the like the full like kneeling or whatever degree you're supposed to for royalty.
Mhm.
It's just like, you know, be polite. Yep.
She looks at the two of you and says, "You're the ones who spoiled my party, aren't you?"
Wanted to say I'm real sorry about that, but it's nice to see that you're back in here again.
Well,
Our fun was spoiled also, sad to say.
They told me I was dead.
she looks around at the rest of the room where people are looking at each other, starting to exchange whispers, and she says, "What's everyone looking so dour for? You haven't seen someone die at a party before?"
I
Well
sure
said, my
have.
friend. Would you care to dance? And I will hold my arm out.
Oh my
As you
God.
hold your arm out, one of the Heron guards immediately steps between you. And she does not move. You think they might have had a conversation. She might have had a conversation with her guards, and the guards won earlier.
Cool. My attention will shift to the guard briefly then and say, "Oh, come, my friend. You'll be 2 steps behind her the whole time."
You could dance with the guard.
Give
it'd be
me
fine.
a persuasion check, please.
Certainly.
Sweet.
No belt, I would imagine, since it is currently covered.
It is currently covered.
And there's, despite the fact that everybody recognizes the belt, they don't meta recognize the belt wearer, I guess.
No.
You could
Which is fine.
absolutely be just like
That wasn't part of your
casually,
genie wish.
casually sweep your coat open. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Just
because-
flash the belt 27,
Yeah,
though, on the
because you
persuasion
don't
check.
get advantage, you only roll a 27.
Correct.
The guard turns
Pathetic.
and looks at the
know, right?
princess, and she acquiesces and gives a nod, and the guard steps aside. The princess turns to musicians and says, "Well, music?" And the musicians do the lead-in to what you recognize as a minuet. So, it is time to dance.
oh boy,
So, I
things
think...
are about to happen.
Yeah, you can choose your partners if you wish to. Vetericus, you have
Hell
yours.
Oh, the princess.
Goodness me.
Orsi's going to reach a hand out to Cass and ask him if he would like to dance.
And he says...
Dags will shrug in the general direction of Morzod.
And Cass says, "With you, I suppose, if there's no one else."
Oh.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel, as usual.
Morzod, are you going to dance with Dags?
Of course.
Ah, please, I need art for this one day.
Yeah, it's definitely
Dance on the
going in
feet.
sketch queue. Yeah, actually, that they would be just fucking adorable.
Okay, I'm not going to reposition all of these tokens into their dance positions.
Yeah.
But now, actually, with the minuet, it is going to start with just the two, just the princess and Vitericus. Because the minuet is more of a courtly, hey, everybody, watch how graceful these two people are.
Oh,
So,
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
no pressure.
now, I am happy to assume that Vitericus knows how to dance the minuet. That's the kind of thing that he would have made sure to learn at some point.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
he'd
I
know the
will
shit out
need
of that.
a performance check from you.
That is entirely
Everything up to this moment.
fair. 22.
22. So the only question now is, who dances better? Okay, so it begins where you all make space, you clear to the edges of the room. The two of you, so Vitericus and Princess Imrana, come to the center of the room and they start the dance. There is a lot of bouncing on toes, skipping around, briefly touching hands and turning around each other. It's very graceful, very elegant. But as you're all watching, you can see that Vitericus is having to make adjustments and allowances for, it appears the princess is actually inexperienced in this.
Hey, baby. She's just a baby.
And perhaps making small mistakes. But with that high roll, Vitericus, you are able to accommodate her mistakes in a way that does not embarrass her.
Excellent.
So
Which would be
it-
entirely the plan.
Yeah, it comes together as an entertaining and graceful performance.
Oh, how lovely.
By the end, at the end of which you finish. I assume you bow. She curtsies, and she looks up with a hint of a smile on her face, and says, "Thank you. I actually enjoyed that."
Anytime, my friend.
And now, musicians. I think everybody needs some dance. And with that, the musicians move from the sort of moderate paced 3/4 minuet into a 4/4 contra dance or country dance, which is sort of the background to what we would consider sort of line dancing, or it sort of spreads across the world.
Oh my god, it's Trip the Willow.
Which is basically, it is sort of lines of pairs dancing with each other. So the princess excuses herself from you, Vitericus, and moves up to the stage where the Heron Guard stand beside her. Vitericus, you need a new dance partner.
So I do.
I'm furious typing those, Indy.
I don't mind me. It's not as furious as it sounds. I just got that mechanical keyboard vibe, you know.
Does Oscar have a dance partner?
Oscar,
His dad?
God.
Oscar is not
So
done.
fucked up.
He currently does not look poised to dance.
Go ahead. Go and ask my dad to dance. You freak.
Anyone who is
wondering-
poised to dance, who is currently partnerless, I guess, is perhaps.
Yo, go and get the parrot. Get out, red lad.
Parrot might have a friend. I don't know.
Let me
Go
do a
find
roll.
yourself a woman who is
Yes,
slighted
show me
by other men.
someone who's. If it's Flower Turd, I probably will pick her up. But
Yes.
Okay,
What
King
about
Parrot is
Groot?
occupied.
Oh.
Bella the
what about the kobold?
Parrot.
What's the kobold's name?
I'm just going through the list at the moment.
Ah,
Oh,
Scrub.
Kobo. Oh, did I write Snog? Snog.
Snog.
Snog?
Snog has a dance partner according to this roll.
No.
Hey, go Snog.
Killer. Oh my god, you do have to dance with Dad. That's great. I want to do fan art of it. Make it happen.
Okay. So, check the spreadsheet. All right. The Black Rose, that's number 16 on my spreadsheet. They currently do not have a dance partner.
And look like they want to dance?
Yes. Not in a, oh, please, why won't somebody pick me? But in a, just stepping forward with a sense of anticipation.
Cool. I will match them then.
Okay.
If Oscar's still sort of glued to the wall.
Excellent.
Hey, Angie.
It's always Angie. That's a secret.
Okay, so you have your partners. The dance begins. So first of all, I will need performance rolls from everyone who is dancing.
Yeah, alrighty. Let's see here.
Do we get advantage if we know how to dance?
Nope.
Performance roll.
It means you don't get disadvantage.
I rolled a 7, but I got a +7, yo, so it's a 14.
I rolled a 15, but should I have rolled with disadvantage because I sucked so hard when we were practicing?
No, it's okay. If you hadn't practiced at all, then you would definitely have disadvantage.
Okay.
11. I feel like that's average.
Yeah.
16 plus 12 is 28 for Vitericus.
And I rolled for Kaz. He got a 2.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, good work. Weak link.
He's
His
only a...
penguin costume is too tight.
And he's
Hey,
only...
I realize he can't. I realize he can't see. But
He's only a few days off the boat.
I was going to
also.
say, he's still got his sea legs. If it was his shanty, it'd be fine.
And
It's
he's
alright.
blind.
If it's hard to port at some point. Like,
just
and-
let him fall into Aussie's arms so I can write fanfics about it. Come on.
Yeah, well, about halfway through, he gets very frustrated, and actually trips over.
Aww.
Does Aussie catch him?
Buddy.
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have to roll?
Falls into his arms.
We'll
Don't
make
me
it a
roll.
reflex save.
Dex?
What's that in Dungeons and Dragons?
Dexterity save.
Thank you. I have good dex. Oh, that's good. 22.
You catch
Hey.
him elegantly. It almost looks planned.
Oh,
Oh, it's a dip. We just
If
did. It's a dip.
only
We're
he
Yeah.
could see it.
And he says, I can't do this. Please get me off the dance floor.
All right, come on, you drunk.
Scoop him up. Scoop him up.
All right, I'm not doing a bridal style on the dance floor.
Oh, I need to roll for
Penguins.
Vitericus's partner. She dances not as well as Vitericus, but quite well, nonetheless.
Vitericus is
Definitely
rolling
does.
like Michael fucking Flatley at this point, so like...
No one's better at performance than Vitericus.
Yeah.
Surely.
True. I
why
hope
I put
that
my skill
cape
points
is
in.
billowing artfully.
Oh, yeah, that's the point, actually. My cape is full lyrebird mode, so my cape has
Yay!
split
Oh,
into
wow.
various feathers and popped up into like a full lyrebird tail.
Morzod and Dagmar, with your 14 and your 15, you are both dancing quite competently.
We're all right.
And you're managing to get around the obvious awkwardness of being basically David and Goliath.
Three
I'm
feet
sure we're
of height
giggling
difference.
the whole time.
Yeah. Probably actually having a pretty decent time of it.
Yeah.
Vitericus, are you going to try to engage your partner in conversation?
I think so. And I think as I'm dancing, I think I'm putting just a hint, not enough to disrupt the dance or anything, but just a hint of like Escalgren mustard on it. So like a little extra legwork or a slight tilt of the wrist that's not quite Talrazian standard,
Okay.
but is Dark Elf standard.
Mustard.
Getting some stank on there, rubbing some stank on it, yeah.
Mhm. Well, I rolled a 28. I may as well make the most of it, right?
I'm just seeing the funniest mental image.
He's doing those little leg flicks, the tango leg flicks.
Yeah, just
Oh,
a
just
little bit
like
too much
little-
leg. Yeah.
With the like tail
Vignettes.
bobbing behind him the whole time. He's basically just a very
It's
with a turkey.
from... It's Gomez and Morticia in Adam's Family Values, the tango. Castanets.
Your partner, the Black Rose, says, that's an unusual style you have. Where did you learn that?
Oh, I've been around all over the place, really. I mean, this is the furthest I've ever been. How about you? Did you grow up here? Are you new to the Wandering Isles?
She says, oh no, I'm not from around here. I have been here before, though.
Ah, what fun. Where is home normally?
Oh, the other side of the world, the supercontinent.
I see. Did you teleport or did you catch the boat?
I teleported. I came through the
Interesting.
new one that's in the academy.
How fun. Are you attached to the academy?
Not directly, no, but I do have some I do know some people there.
How interesting.
And what of you?
Well, I caught a boat here a while ago. It was one that sank, though. So it wasn't the most pleasant of journeys. But I'm here now, and this is kind of home for the next little while. Although, home is, I guess, wherever you make it, right?
So, this goes on, and you're having these sort of snippets of conversation as you pass each other. It takes a lot longer to play out than it normally would.
Does the voice sound familiar? Are they anyone I sort of know?
Give me a perception check, please.
Perception, I can do that. 25.
25.
Terracus is on fire at the moment.
The voice itself is not... You don't think you recognize the tone of the voice, but there's just something about the mannerisms of the speech, as though they're using magic to disguise their voice, much as you've been doing for a lot of this ball. But you feel like you've heard someone use these inflections before, but you can't pick who.
Given our luck tonight with getting it right, who's under the mask, maybe don't guess.
Oh yeah, no, I am not pushing it. I remember last time I pushed it, my paladin died. So
Yeah.
It's probably one of the other 20 gods that we've somehow pissed off.
I'm just thinking,
So-
well, shit, this is like Nessid Clathy, or it's Plain Northwin, or it's...
God, I hope it's Fainothwin.
Fainothwin in drag.
Desmina popped out of her crystal to come to the ball. Who fucking knows, dude?
Yeah.
Could be anything. Could be
So,
anything.
maybe.
Check up on you, dickheads.
I mean, I'd probably want to keep tabs on us,
Right? Jeez.
We're not super reliable.
to be fair.
So, the country dancing will go on for a while. It's expected people will dance for a while, take a break, others will step in, partners will be changed, you'll get to meet other people. So over the next few hours, give me an idea of which of these people do you want to speak to, which do you want to spend time with while dancing.
I kind of want to say hi to our furry friend, the fox.
Mm-hmm.
Just go say.
I do want to hear what the fox has to say.
Okay.
God.
So, Morzod, you managed to pair up with the fox, and he says, yeah. Ah, my enormous friend, how magnificent you look tonight.
That's very nice of you to say. I had my wizard design the outfit. He's very good at it. And you've got a great costume as well.
Yes, I wish I could take credit for it. It was one that happened to be available to me, and I asked very politely.
Oh, very nice indeed. Is it the sort of thing that you like, or was it just sort of the thing that fit that you found?
The latter, I'm afraid. Well, I would not say I dislike it. I would not object to being called a fox, certainly not a silver one, when I reach my older years. He gives an awkward laugh. He says, but no, I'm quite happy. And you are a lizard of some kind.
Yeah, also based it off a lizard that I've actually got at home. His name's Barry.
Oh, lovely.
Throw his name out there, great.
And where is home?
Oh, well, we's come out from Providence.
Oh, wonderful. Morzod, give me a perception check to see whether you recognise this guy's voice.
Yeah. Perceivy.
This is going to be a bit easier.
Perception. God, I rolled terribly anyway. That's an 8.
Yeah.
You did. Where's the tits?
It's not a total failure, though, so I'm going to give it to you because a few nights ago you heard this person's voice for hours and it aggravated you. He is an actor. He was the lead in the play that was put in put on.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so he played the king who was deceived by hags into leading a crusade against goblinoids, even though you are fairly certain that there was no deception involved. The king was just a dick.
Yeah, definitely
My God,
misrepresenting
here
the
is your
goblinoids.
chance to tell him.
And
Well, but the thing is, the
Just an actor.
princess did tell him off and say, "My dad wrote that for you."
Oh yeah.
So Morzod doesn't believe, even if Morzod pins down that this is the guy. I mean, I think he'd probably understand that the dude, doesn't actually think that about goblinoids. Probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
But,
it doesn't
yeah.
necessarily, I guess.
Yeah, sort of. It might cross his mind that could be a thing. Doesn't necessarily have
Do you want to see an unexploded goblin grenade?
I mean, given whose pants it resides in, that is absolutely a pickup line. But yeah, so let's see. So we're still doing the country dancing thing, and
Yep.
Morzod sort of will say, "Geez, how is this guy dancing, by the way?"
Performance heroics. I'll give him advantage because he is a professional actor. Yeah, he gets 22.
Yes, still beating him.
Yeah,
Take it.
he was good at this dancing racket.
This is, thank you. It's part of the job.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I'm saying too much.
Oh look, I thought I might have had an idea. Yeah, so because I was at the theatre, and I think I recognise he's just a bit.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you have the advantage of me, sir.
That's all right. No, that's all right. Tell you what, that was an heck of a thing that you guys performed. Heck of a thing. Princess didn't like it much, did she?
Yeah. See, no, that was. Seems not. That was a bit of a shock, I have to say.
I can understand. It was a bit rough. I mean, it did kind of misrepresent the goblinoids in that particular historical instance.
Well, we did not write it. We were simply given the script to perform. That's how it works in a repertory theatre.
She did say that. Yeah. But look, it was. I mean, as a play, it was all right. But yeah, I don't know about the content.
Yes.
But look, he's mighty fine actors all the same.
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for someone to say that. I had hoped the princess might comment on my performance rather than the part of the play that I have no control over.
Oh, she's you knows what them politicians like. They've got lots of things that they got to say.
That's true, yes. And it's around this point that it's time to move on to other partners. What about the rest of you?
Dagmar will dance with whoever until she gets bored.
You should dance with Groot.
Hey, sure.
Oh yeah, I guess. Did you want a shot of everyone who's on the dance floor, or?
No, that's cool. Dags has no agenda. She will just dance with literally
I was
whoever
gonna
comes
say
up.
you should dance with Nod.
Nod is not dancing.
Aww.
Because he
Nod is staying true to his gelatinous cube.
Because he is still wheelchair bound and is worried that he might start running over people's feet on the dance floor.
Aw, bless.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
It's valid. I don't think Aussie's done. He's just going to stay on the sidelines with Cass.
Okay. I was going to say, does Aussie look like he'd like to get a dance out, or is he actually done?
I don't know if he wants to leave Cass alone.
Cass nearly died.
Yeah, he could have died of embarrassment.
Nearly
He
died.
tripped.
Cass didn't come close to dying.
Sure.
He nearly fell over on the dance floor.
Social death, yeah.
Social
That
death.
seems fair.
Social death. They're just going to gossip on the sidelines. If Viterica starts, you might, but I don't know.
Well, I think I'll float over and offer at some point.
Roll the dice, we'll see.
As this goes on, you are seeing that from time to time individuals are very humbly and respectfully approaching the princess and briefly exchanging a few words. So if any of you want to keep track on who speaks to the princess, I can get perception checks.
Sure, we'll have a look from the sidelines. We'll gossip about stuff.
Yeah, that is definitely what Orsi and Cass would be doing.
For sure.
100%. Ooh, not great. 13. What are our familiars doing? Can we get them to check?
Um,
Go listen.
I'm going to first do a roll to see. Oh, yeah. Your familiars are fighting in the hallway.
Oh, great. Cool.
Cute.
No.
Heron's guard trying to push them apart.
Heron's guard, I just
Oh, no.
just
But they're
glancing-
these feral creatures.
just glancing at them in the corner of their eyes and making sure that it really is just a bird and a ferret, and not like not like two
The
people
ancient dragon
disguised as
gods.
creatures or anything like that. They're just making sure there aren't any sparks flying or ice crystals being thrown out.
Just don't kick them because they have like 1 HP and they will poof.
Yeah, that
Oh
would
my
be
god, I have
rough.
to roll. I have to roll for Glow's HP.
Oh my gosh, you kick Glow.
She has
you
3
kick Glow
HP.
like football.
You kick her like the football? Yeah, 1,000 years jail. 1,000
Yep.
years prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I rolled like a 13 for the gossip, so probably not high enough to catch anything.
Yep.
To see. Is that high enough to see? Is anyone that we've already spoken to or has been very obvious go and speak to her? Or?
There are a few people you can obviously see, but you can't get the sense of the nature of their conversations whatsoever. Certainly, you are seeing the flayed man, the night sky,
Love him. Yeah, love her.
the orchid,
What's the orchid? Yeah, what's the orchid doing? What's she doing?
the fox, and the black rose are among those who have already taken a break from the dancing at some point to have a conversation with the princess.
Okay. Is Dad still on the wall being a grouch?
Yes.
Yeah, classic. Love it. Okay.
Absolutely.
He seems
Okay.
to basically just be watching the proceedings. That might actually be all he came to do.
Us too. Wow.
Clearly.
So much in common.
All right. Well, that's what those two are doing.
I think I'm probably watching the princess more than the people talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing how she's going after the excitement of the start of the day.
Okay. I'll make that an insight, please.
Okay.
Insight check.
My insight is for some reason plus 11 now also. So that's a 27 on the insight check.
What are you low in?
Athletics is plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. That's how you get him.
History is
I
plus
helped you
2.
out.
So,
Yeah.
I need to put you
Make
in
Make
a,
him do the history of athletics. Yeah, we'll get him.
need to put you in a running race.
Oh yeah, I will lose
With
horribly.
the,
It'll be great.
with the history test at the end. It's
A
perfect.
running race where you climb a rope, go for a swim.
Oh,
Yeah,
try
yeah.
and-
No,
try
don't go
and-
for a swim. Don't go for a
Because
swim.
I'm-
He's got the cape. He's got the
I'm
cape
trying
that
to
you can go
Acrobatics,
swimming in.
So
Yeah.
Make him do a marathon with Dags. She will fuck him up.
oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. So with
And
your
then we'll do history trivia while we go.
27 insight, she seems to be... At first she seemed uncomfortable as people were coming up to speak to her. Well, there's a kind of excitement and anticipation, but also a sense of, what do I do? I'm not used to talking to people. It seems that this is actually quite unusual for her.
Oh yeah, she's the reclusive one, isn't she?
Yep, some of them seem to bore her very quickly. But you notice, in particular, two that catch her attention and hold her interest for some time. The first is the black rose that you danced with.
Mhm.
And that seems to be a very interesting sort of we might be of some use to each other. You might have interesting information for me. And there's a moment in which she actually seems a little uncomfortable, but then relaxes a moment afterwards. And then the actor in the fox costume goes up, and by the end of their rather long conversation, with a 27, I can say that, yeah, she's flirting with him. It is hard to tell whether he is reciprocating under all of that mask, but he has not walked away at this point.
Okay.
So I'll say at this point, he is still up on before the stage speaking to her.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah. I will
Get it,
not
bud. Love
interrupt, but I will sort of flag for the DM a little bit later. I want to try and catch her again
Okay.
at some stage. But I guess if the fox is going to be a while, I'll float over towards Orsi and Cass.
Cool.
Like, so, anything interesting happening?
Not really. Just been watching whoever's been talking to the princess.
Yes, she seems quite. Well, there seems to be maybe a fox loose in her henhouse.
Why do you have to put things those ways sometimes? We're in a formal event.
Dags will
Honestly.
drift over to join this conversation.
Oh, everyone's here now. Great.
Yeah.
Dancing's kind of boring.
Ozod's always everywhere, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Morzod's, where Morzod is with us all the time.
Like David Bowie's area.
I mean, you were the only person. Vitaricus is the only person she danced with, right? Like,
No, Oh, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, they were just chatting. He was, yeah, okay.
Is he the only one she danced with? Yes.
She's the only one explicitly. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the princess?
Yes.
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 so the princess
She
and I are
danced
the
with
only-
Vitaricus, and that was it.
What was it? I mean, you're the only one she's danced with. What did she say?
I'm kind of imagining the princess and whoever she's talking to kind of doing the shepherd shuffle while they're talking.
She is
Actually,
actually she is seated.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
What?
we honestly we didn't talk about terribly much. It was mostly about getting her comfortable again, if I'm being entirely honest.
what do you mean?
Comfortable with what?
Well, I mean,
Comfortable with
the whole point of this ball was for her to be incognito and to not be, Princess Imrana or us for an evening.
Oh,
So,
that why.
partially to pick up on gossip, but I suspect also just to not be the princess for a little while. And
what?
so here we are.
The dichotomy. Be a princess or don't be a princess, honestly.
Yeah, she should have run away properly. I mean, some of us just ran out with nothing.
It's true, she could have, and perhaps should have, but, consolation prizes and all that.
As you say that, Vitaricus, you see her stand and make for the door with the fox and a couple of heron guards escorting them.
Oh,
I will nudge
my.
Orsi and raise my eyebrows at it.
Oh, look at that.
Told ya.
So they
See that
disappear.
get down with the fox?
Fox had something good to say after all. Good heavens.
Well, I mean, she wants to know what the fox does.
Yeah. There we go. Orsi's just going to peek his head out from behind Vitaricus. His dad's still standing there.
Yes, he is unmoved.
Wonderful.
Orsi's
Well,
stoic.
Correction. He was unmoved until just now when
Oh, no.
he is looking through the door that the princess left through.
Oh.
But because he's wearing a mask, really no way to tell what he's thinking.
Who knows?
Did we establish last week that you told us that the owl was your dad? I think you did.
I think we were all there for that conversation, weren't we? In some
No,
near it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Because Morzod and Dagmar. No, you weren't. You were both speaking to him.
Yeah, we didn't know he was your dad then.
I'm sure that Ozzy kind of went, my dad, while we were having our beer outside.
Right.
Very
yeah.
good impression. Yeah.
That was actually.
It was spot on.
Oh my god, is your dad like staring at the princess and her freaky fox?
I mean, so were we. And so is
Yeah.
probably a lot of other people in the room, Dagmar. I don't know what you're trying to imply.
Neither do I, actually.
He's married. I have a mother.
You never mention your mother.
I've mentioned my mother several times. I've told you she walks with dwarves in the dwarven holds. I told you how my parents met. Did you ever listen to me?
I do. I just forget really quickly.
Did you say something?
Lord.
Oscar, the
Very
snowy owl, has left his perch. He is now speaking to the orchid.
Look at him. What's the orchid doing?
Wait, what's your mom doing if your dad's hanging out on this continent?
I mean, I assume she's working, like she always does.
Having lots of cocktails with the girls.
She's having brunch, I imagine.
Long distance. That's sweet.
They have jobs.
It's just very far away.
Anyway, what's the orchid doing?
Seems to also be engaged in conversation. Give me an insight check, please, with disadvantage, because you are trying to read these people through costumes that are meant to disguise them.
He slap Vitericus and get Vitericus to do it too.
So do you reckon that
Come on,
orchid is who I
Vitericus.
think it is? Perception checks, yes.
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
No, sorry, insight.
Oh, insight.
Yeah.
It's the same number, same add-on for me, so 27.
1 billion.
11. I got 11. There's no faces. It's so
sorry,
hard to
with
read
disadvantage you
anybody.
said 2, didn't you?
You're
So-
too
yes,
frustrated to read Dad's body
Oh,
language.
with the disadvantage.
So I'll roll again and we'll
Even
keep the
with
low
the-
one.
with
Okay, the low
mask
one
on.
is, I rolled a 4, so it's a 15.
And I got the same. That was higher. So
Okay.
the other one I got 11. Yeah.
So, Orsi, from your father's body language, you can tell he seems a bit concerned about something, but you're not sure what, obviously. Vitericus, with your slightly higher roll, you can tell that she seems less concerned than he is, and seems to be sort of waving him off. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Excellent.
Do you think that's the headmaster?
I do.
Could be. Yeah.
I do.
I guess your dad wouldn't know that many people here.
Sorry, I do. Vitericus probably doesn't.
Feel like Vitericus could piece 2 and 2 together, surely. He's so
Well,
insightful.
yeah, you would think. I
Such a
guess.
smart boy.
That's true.
This is his element.
Passive insight of 21, so I guess he'd piece a little bit together.
Pretty high. Jesus. You have to have No, we've already tried that. We did have games. He still won.
He won. He won physical games.
he got the
annoying.
belt. God damn it. He beat the wizard in a magic tournament. What hope do we have?
He beat the rogue in an archery tournament.
It's not going good for any of us.
The rudest thing I have ever been through.
He's
It was
still not
always
the most handsome.
Vitericus.
No, Morzad's
It's true.
still
In a
one.
beauty contest, yeah, obviously Morzad would win. So.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
So the dancing continues and continues.
So I guess I will ask. Also, did you want to get a dance in before the evening wraps up?
You right with that, Cass?
We'll look after Cass.
And Cass says,
I guess.
"Ah, yes, I suppose I'm not good enough for you anymore, am I? Refuse off the
God, you're such a-
sea. Flotsam.
Oh my God, you're such a drama queen. Come on, Vitericus.
Wonderful.
Drama!
It's all right. We'll get back before the princess does.
As the two of you dance, Cass is going to lean over to Morzad and say,
Ooh, drama.
"So, what's it been like?"
I feel like he's sort of learned a lot while he's been traveling around, you know?
I see. And what have they been like?
They used to hate each other.
They?
Now,
Orsi and Vitericus.
Oh, Well, sometimes it's like they're definitely gonna kill each other. I tell you what.
That makes him
But-
worried.
It's okay. There's no sexual tension there. They're like buddies.
Yeah, no, I think there's friends.
Yeah, they're good friends.
Mozart is saying this in an incredibly pure, like he clearly just sees friendship there.
Because
Such a mother hen.
he interpreted the sometimes they might want to kill each other as sexual tension.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But is Dags right there with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
She's probably clued into that because she knows how to gossip. So she'll be going, no, not like that, not like that.
Exactly.
No, legitimately want to kill each other, right?
Legit, like legit
Once
wanted
they-
to murder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I mean,
But then we all went through a bunch of shit and murdered other people in defense. And then now we're all buds.
That's weird when you put it like that. I mean, it's true, but it's weird.
Yeah, I guess.
this is
Huh.
yes. I'm not sure the life of an adventurer would be to my liking, from what I've heard.
It's pretty stressful.
It's not fun sometimes.
So
and
many people
yet-
have tried to kill us. Like, just so many people out of nowhere.
He he does say to Morzod, so it look, it has. I have been uncomfortable being unable to look out for my friend while he is overseas. The obvious problem is that even while I'm here, I still can't look out for my friend, so to speak.
Oh,
So-
well, she's
That is
sort of
quite the
gay.
figure of speech.
Yes, Morzod, Dagmar, I'm going to need to rely on you to continue to take care of my friend as you have already.
Look, I'll be very upset if anything happened to Ozzy, so I'm gonna definitely look after him.
Yes, and if anything,
For sure.
if anything
I
does
have
happen,
plans to move into his house when we're really old. He doesn't know it, but I'm gonna live with him.
if anything does happen to him, I swear I will throw his father at you.
I mean, we'll already be dead if anything happens to Orsi, most likely.
Yeah, probably, because he's pretty good at blowing stuff up. So if he gets blown up, then yeah, we're probably in trouble.
And he stands way further back than we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although I tell you what, he definitely gets in the thick of it if he needs to.
You two
Yeah,
have
he's
a,
gotten really good at that.
you two have
Hey.
a very strange way of comforting people, and yet it works.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Because we do it to each other a lot.
we do get people saying he's a bit weird, but I mean, I suppose that's part and parcel, isn't it?
I will
Yeah.
get performance checks from Orsi and Vitericus, please.
No, I don't want to do a performance check.
23, so not my
He'll
best
be
chance of
making you
using,
look
but not
all right.
15.
That's not so bad.
That is a quite a competent dance from Orsi and another impressive showing from Vitericus.
Wonderful. So I guess as we're dancing, so Orsi,
Go on.
what's the deal? What's the plan with Cass? Are we robbing
plan?
him? Are we stealing all his gold? Like, what are we doing?
I
What
mean,
are you doing?
I definitely intend to take some of his gold, but there's nothing new with that, is there?
It seems fair. It's true, but yes. Why are we up here in Heron's Perch meeting him at the docks?
He's my friend.
That's fair.
It's very genuine. It's the most genuine he's ever sounded.
Other than, I'm poor.
Oh, I'm poor, which none of you heard.
No,
Help me, I'm poor.
None of you heard that.
none of us heard that.
I mean, he was supposed to have a job, but now he doesn't. But, I mean, he's inherited his family fortune, so he's not exactly destitute. But, I don't know, he seems to want to, I suppose, do something similar to what I did. I don't think he's an adventurer, but he seems to want to distance himself, change himself, maybe.
Nice. And how are you feeling about the changed Cass?
I mean, he's only been here for a day,
That's true.
so pretty good so far.
Excellent.
Same as usual, as far as it goes. Don't know what I'm going to do about my dad, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it.
Ooh, actually, that's a good point. We probably still have another dancer somewhere here. I might see if I can catch him.
I will remember to be not present.
Entirely fair.
There are a few more dances to go.
Yes.
Will Vitericus dance with, or attempt to dance with Oscar?
Yes.
Well, I think I will pledge Orsi all of my tremendous persuasive skill in wingmanage, should it be required for Cass.
Thanks.
Anytime.
I'll keep that in my back. Keep it in my back pocket.
Good. All
is gonna
right, who am I
bow
going
out.
to try and catch? That seems fair. Yeah, I'll rock up to Oscar.
Okay. What do you say?
Let's do it.
I still have plausible deniability because I was busy talking to the kobold when Orsi had his freak out. So I will say, hello, friend. Our conversation was cut short before. Would you care to dance?
He says, thank you, but no, I don't like to dance.
He
Oh,
does
that
not
seems entirely
dance.
fair.
Shut down.
Are you... But that's okay. Conversation can still occur without dancing, although it is a little less emotive, I find, when one is standing still. Are you new to the Wandering Isles? Are you here... were you born here, or is this home?
He says, I'm relatively new here.
Yeah, how exciting. Did you catch that new teleportation circle, or did you arrive by boat?
He says, why don't you answer a question?
Sure.
How do you know my son?
That rather depends on which one is your son.
You were dancing with him a moment ago.
That handsome
the
penguin.
the penguin.
Yes.
Two penguins.
Wonderful. Well, I mean, how does anyone know anyone, really? We have conversations, we learn more about each other, we develop some kind of relationship, and there we are.
Oh, he must hate you.
Yes, a little bit, but that's okay. It is a hate born of love.
Or a love
No,
born
wait,
of
perhaps
hate.
the other way around. Yes. As I think about it.
Dagmar walks past. It's the other one.
He says, well, if you'll excuse me,
Actually, before you go, I did have one question, if you don't mind, a magical question, since you have outed yourself anyway to me.
Yes.
Would one theoretically use your fancy new transport circle to more safely teleport across planes?
He pauses and says, theoretically, it could help to have it is... Planar shifting requires a fixed point if you want a greater chance of successfully moving from one plane to another, especially a piece of the location of the plane that you are hoping to shift to. It is not an exact science, I'm sorry to say. The teleportation circles could help, but not in any way, not in a way more so than any other noticeable landmark or point of interest.
That seems fair. And I guess final question then. So we need a location to teleport to and a location that we're teleporting from, obviously. You said that having a piece of the plane you're shifting to aids with the teleportation?
Something that has been attuned or is from that plane.
Would a living being from that plane count?
I'm reaching the point where I think I need to ask you where this is going.
I had a thought, a pure hypothetical that I'm running down. For the sake of magical interest more than anything else. I'm a wonderful academic, and research is a thing that I am deeply interested in.
Well, theoretically, a person from another plane could be used to help focus a planar shifting spell.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. This has been most enlightening. And I will bow to him respectfully enough.
Okay. With that, I think it's time for us to take a short break.
Oh.
And we will be
Alrighty.
back in just a moment, so don't go anywhere.
Wonderful.
And we are back, and we are rested, and we have told each other anecdotes which will never be repeated again, I hope. So, it is the Masquerade Ball. There has been dancing, there has been gossiping, there has been death and resurrection. There has been intrigue, there has been an early unmasking of the princess due to some of the drama that has happened here.
Technical errors.
Now the dancing continues. Various individuals have been seeking audience with the princess. She has walked out with one of them for who knows
She's
why.
been seeking audiences with the guests.
That's
Let's
possible.
go, babes.
So the evening continues. You overhear a little bit of gossip, a few whispers about where did the princess go? Did she leave?
Oh.
Did you see that? Did she leave with someone? Is that?
Princess a furry?
It has to be formal. It must be a.
She's not a furry, but
Yeah. Leave the mask on.
Some are very eagerly assuming something sordid. Others are saying, "Oh, it must be a diplomatic meeting. It must be urgent.
Diplomatic. Yeah, so
The fox must be
Very generous.
the
people.
the Tarthian ambassador or something like that."
mm-hmm.
And so this continues. The dance continues. The gossip goes on. Eventually, it's getting close to midnight, and the princess returns alone.
Oh, she
My God,
ate
did
him.
she eat him?
Yeah, we both are just like, oh my god, she ate him.
The bird ate the fox.
The
That's
body of
true
the
twist.
fox just being dragged down the hallway.
He's hung up, yeah. She's a vampire. Finally.
he's
I was thinking
exhausted.
praying mantis.
We're both right.
So she returns, and the major domo returns with her, and he raises a hand. The musicians stop. The dancing stops, and he says, "Friends, honoured guests, the time is almost upon us. It's time for the unmasking. Please, if there is anyone who has taken your interest, who you would like to see their face when the mask is removed, now is the time."
Oh my God, is this a giant swingers party?
Pretty much, yeah.
We're about to have one of those. There's been 3 mating requests for Morzod.
There's been 800 requests for Morzod.
So
Just an orderly queue.
Somehow there's only like 100 people here, and yet.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, there's the garden party. Clearly they've been mailing in.
do any of you wish to ask anyone specifically to be unmasked together? Or alternatively, are you just going to choose 1 or 2 people you want to keep an eye on as their mask comes off to see if you
I want to keep an
recognise them?
eye on the space lady,
Okay.
just out of curiosity.
It's
and,
Kova Fen. It could
Yeah,
be.
basically.
Oh.
I just want to keep an eye on Space Lady because she looks cool and she seems important.
Mm.
Has the Black
I
Rose
mean-
paired off with anyone?
No, and if you turn your head towards the Black Rose, you will see that she is also looking at you.
Okay, well, I'll wander over.
Okay.
Oh my.
Anyone?
Well,
Oh, you
enough,
know,
yeah.
we already saw Rose Turd, didn't we?
We know.
Yeah, we know who she is. Yeah.
Some
Orson's
loser
gonna
off the
keep.
street.
I mean, Orson's gonna be with Cass and I guess Dagmar and Morzord, but also just Dad and the Orchid. It's gonna watch him.
Morzod is just sort of contentedly enjoying that he's been at a party all night. But Zindi wants to know who the red parrot is.
Okay.
What the heck is that? Doug? Is that Doug?
No, that's
I think it's
April.
April or Doug.
It's April.
Right.
Some
Bit of feedback.
interference coming through your line.
You were getting a text in 2001 again.
Yeah,
Did it stop?
it was very that.
It has stopped.
I didn't hear anything. That's terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
there's
the again.
Yeah, so
mhm.
we've got the Black Rose, we've got the Night Sky, and the King Parrot.
Mm.
And Orchid and Dad, please.
Okay. Well, you know who your dad is.
I do know who my dad is. Yeah.
Daddy.
Okay.
Oh, also, sorry, if I can glance also towards the guy who looks like the stone golem, unless it is actually just a stone golem.
Oh,
The one who
Flayed
also
Man.
Yeah.
ran up to Morzord and was like, I'll save you, but
Oh, yeah.
Who is Flayed Man?
is
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
I'm just going to
freak?
have to go through the whole list, aren't I?
You are pretty much.
So-
No, I
Yeah.
won't, because some of
Let's
them...
keep an eye on everybody,
Well,
please.
honestly, some of these people really are just nobodies. No offense to the NPCs, but you're NPCs.
They were just cool costumes.
Mhm.
But Vitericus, as you and the Black Rose pair up, you actually see the Major Domo walking over to the two of you and say to both of you, if you'll excuse, pardon the intrusion, the princess would like you to unmask with her. Both of you.
Ew.
It'd be my pleasure.
So she's into that.
Yeah, and the
Oh my
She's
goodness.
gonna do something real fun
She's-
or real
Just
scary.
picking and choosing. Ooh.
and the Black Rose says it would be an honor. And so, assume the two of
Scream
you
real
go
loud
over
if you
there.
need backup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does the princess have her mask back on for the formality here?
Yes, we'll say that yes, she has put it back on, just for formality.
Wonderful. I have sent you a message for when we unmask.
Okay.
Kind of glamours are you doing?
All right.
Mm.
And so the time has come. The Major Domo signals the musicians who play the traditional take off your masks music. I don't know, it's probably Old Lang Syne, something like that.
I was going to say it's the full Monty, isn't it?
And everybody either reaches up and removes their masks or dispels the glamour. That was, yes, Doug, probably. That was hiding them. And so let's go through the ones you've pointed out. The Night Sky.
Everybody, thank you.
The Night Sky. It's Vicore, the
Ah.
dark elf
Oh.
magic shop owner.
Wow, she got the skills.
Night Sky. I'm writing all of these down. Night Sky, of Corey.
I can send you the Excel table later if
Oh,
you
yeah,
want it.
sick. That'd be
Yeah.
rad. Thanks.
Although I might hide a few. Yeah, we'll see. The Orchid.
No, do it later. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will need to hide a few actually. The Orchid was Serenity, the headmaster.
Mhm.
Yep.
The Parrot is
Nailed
someone you don't know, a human male. But you do see that he is wearing a symbol of the society for
Oh, dude. Yeah, nice.
historical preservation and
What
so
a
forth.
winner.
Loves.
You can
Loves him.
befriend him later.
Man
The
who likes birds.
The stone golem, it was very much an illusion. Underneath you see a dwarf wearing garbs of a priest of Derrigandali.
Is
Yay!
he cute?
Called it.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Is that the guy we saw on the road to Providence the first time?
Yes, it is.
Yes!
Ah, callback.
Oh
Gets
my
around.
god!
That's such a callback. Holy shit.
Wow, gets
Wow.
around.
Okay, and finally the Black Rose. Vitericus, as you look at each other, you dispel your glamour, I assume.
I do. I'll keep the rest of the outfit, of course, tail up.
She dispels her glamour.
Main Auckland, let's go.
And
And,
you
God.
see
No.
dark skin, a woman with dark skin, bald head,
Oh no. Ooh.
a scarred face with flecks of gold.
Yes. Shit.
It is Kova
I was
Fen.
kidding. No.
All smiles. Big grin.
Doing this?
Like a
Cove of-
magnet. Like a magnet.
Kova Fen, the leader of the
Oh.
Tarthian delegation in Providence, who led the assault that destroyed the crystal of
Cheeky
Desmina
bitch.
and caused
Hi, Queen.
irreparable permanent damage to the city. Though it is moving on, she retreated via teleportation to Tarth, where a little side quest run by Doug reintroduced her.
Yeah.
And she somehow found her way through the teleportation circle to Heron's Perch and to this party.
Queen. Icon.
We love her,
Mm-hmm.
while also fearing her greatly.
Terrified.
Vitericus.
Yeah.
How does Vitericus respond upon seeing this face? Because she is watching you intently.
Yes, I think. I think I'm still smiles. I think it's just like
Okay, give me.
they're still somewhat political in terms of the smile, so like niceties, but also a little bit of mischief in the eyes.
I'll make this a performance check, but you're going to pass, aren't you?
You can roll on that one.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't
Is-
though.
Is the laugh and smile kind of slightly hysterical as well? Because it sure would be if it was me.
I don't think so, because I don't think she. I mean, I get that, Douglas knows that she's a powerful archmage and that's all been terrible. But, like, she was on the run when we fought her last, and she didn't actually hurt Vitericus terribly much. So I think Vitericus is just like, oh, hello again.
I will get an insight check from Vitericus to see how she responds.
16 with a passive of 21, if that helps.
16. She seems very calm and relaxed, and she is enjoying herself.
Excellent. Wonderful. Then we're both enjoying ourselves. And I will make great pains to somewhat tongue-in-cheek act with a little bit of shock when the honey eater reveals herself too.
And yes, face comes off. She seems a little more relaxed and calm than she was earlier. And she says,
I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for your surprise, my friend. And
Of course.
she turns to the Black Rose, Kova Fen, and says, and you, your garb is not local, is it not? And she says, no, I'm actually from Tarth. I'm
Princess Imrana Russ, may I introduce Kova Fen of the Ascendancy of Tarth?
And she says, oh, you two know each other.
We have met.
And Kova Fen says, yes, so I'd hoped to speak to you about this in private, but, Your Highness, I must warn you that this man and his associates are a threat to both you and myself and everyone else. And the princess frowns, and Kovafen says, these four attacked our delegation, a peaceful delegation in the city of Providence when we were trying to establish friendly relations between their city and the ascendancy of Tarth. He slaughtered most of my friends and destroyed the vessel that we came in, purely so that these four could promote themselves as these saviors of the city, saving themselves, saving them from a disaster that they created. And she looks at, you can now see that everybody is sort of turned towards you, though most people in the room can't overhear because she is speaking quietly enough to, but everybody is obviously very curious about what's going on with the princess. And Kovafen looks specifically at you, Orsi, and she then looks back at the princess and says, and his associate there, the elf, has a weapon that I believe he is planning to use tonight. I recommend you stop him immediately.
No.
And she is going to make a persuasion roll.
Good thing she doesn't know about the unexploded goblin bomb.
My new weapon he has is his charm.
And the princess frowns,
Is she assuming
but
that the
seems
princess
convinced.
doesn't read the tabloids? Like,
And she looks
Hey,
at
though.
she looks at the Heron Guard around the room, and says, "Guards, please seize that man." Points at you, Orsi.
He's just eating peaches.
Now, April, I have a question for you. Where on your body is the dodecahedron?
I think it's probably like in a little pouch he had sewn into the small of his back where he keeps his spare spell book.
And Kovafen says to the guards, "You'll find the item in a pouch sewn into the back of the outfit."
What?
What pouch
Wonderful.
just sounds dirty.
Why I keep my spare spell book? How dare you?
marsupial.
And
I'm not.
two guards walk up to you, and you can see they've not drawn their weapons yet, but you also see that they are very, very clear in that their manner is you do not resist. That will go badly for you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
And one of them starts patting you down, finds the patch.
This is extremely inappropriate.
Actually takes out a dagger and cuts it open and pulls out the dodecahedron.
How
I
freaking
spent all
rude.
night sewing that. Be careful with that. That's really
It's
delicate.
expensive.
It
And
was extremely
the
expensive.
guards look at each other, and one of them then
Holds.
holds it up.
The heck is
And
that?
It's nothing. No, but don't drop it. Be careful, please.
the major domo says, "Here, give that to me. What is that?"
Careful, please.
He takes it from the guard, pauses. And Orsi, you recognize that he's about to cast Identify on it. Okay, he casts Identify on it.
Counterspell.
Why he hasn't done anything wrong?
Actually, no, I shouldn't counterspell. Ignore that. I don't.
Counterspell?
No, I won't.
Okay.
I'm right up with the princess. I probably.
He hasn't done anything. Wazzy has done nothing wrong. I'm not counterspelling shit.
Your Royal Highness.
Is it illegal to just have a weapon of mass destruction in your pocket?
You don't know what it is.
And
This is kind one talking.
Wow.
Major Domo, you see his face go from curiosity to concern to absolute horror and terror. And he almost, there's a moment where it almost looks like he's about to drop it, but he actually
Don't drop it.
grabs his wrist with his other hand as if he is deathly scared of this thing that he has just identified. And then he
Please
says,
be careful with it.
turns around and says, "Arrest them, all of them, get them out of here,
Beans.
get them away from the princess now."
What the heck
Oh.
is happening?
And That's
what do you think?
It's a bit early, but I think that's a good spot to actually end this week's session.
Oh, bro.
Someone make eyes with Daddy Lichtenbraun. Help!
He's definitely going to be like, Dad, come save me, please.
So,
Aussie's dad, adopt us.
thank you very much for watching. We will see what happens when the fallout of what happens when the heroes bring a nuclear warhead to a royal party.
Why, Aussie? Why?
I didn't want to leave the room or in the bag.
I was going to say, if it's that dangerous, he could probably rightly say, I don't want to leave that in the hotel.
Just leave it in a hotel? Yeah.
I have no idea what the thing is, though.
These are arguments you'll have to make next week. So thank you for watching. We will be back in a week. See you then.
Bye.